When you hear the words let go and it makes you cringe or feel angry, frustrated, or even upset enough to skip a video, this one is for you because this used to be me years ago after a breakup with someone I deeply wanted to be with. I was told, let them go, let it go, let it go. And I felt so angry and hurt and upset. How dare they tell me to do that? I wanted to be with them. But the reason why I reacted that way was because I hadn't fully grasped or been told how the universe works. I didn't understand what letting go really meant. I couldn't allow my desires to flow though, because I was blocking them with my energy. I couldn't trust that the universe would deliver what I wanted in divine order, at least, not yet, which is why I couldn't let go. But letting go doesn't mean giving up on your desire. Letting go means detaching. Detaching means freeing yourself from the desperate need for the desire for it to then come in to your reality. It means being okay without it. It doesn't mean you stop wanting it. It means you no longer feel desperate. Letting go is trusting the universe that you've placed the order and it will come. It's trusting you know what you want, the order has been received, and that it will be delivered in the best possible timing for you to receive it. And your only job, live your life fully, be happy, be fulfilled, be at peace. When you think about your desire, think about it as though it's already done, it's already yours. You see, people often find letting go really difficult, just like I did, because I didn't understand. My nervous system, you see, though, was calibrated for chaos, inconsistencies, and unpredictability, which is why I had to hold on tightly. It was full of fear, low self-esteem, and low self-worth. And I held on to people who weren't even right for me. I tried to earn love, to prove my worth, people please, and prioritize everyone else over myself. I was constantly afraid of being judged, of being left, of being abandoned, and being alone. And this was how my nervous system had been calibrated based on my childhood experiences of chaos, struggle, and observing how people treated each other. I hadn't been calibrated to receive consistency, peace, calm, love, or support. So I continued acting in ways that felt so familiar, but they were ingrained. But these ways were keeping me trapped in energy patterns, desperately trying to be loved or accepted. Letting go of that desperate need for someone went against my nervous system and against everything that I had learned. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't control it. It took reaching a place of so much pain, so intense, that I finally had enough and said to myself, I can't do this anymore. In that moment, I surrendered to the universe. I gave this to you. I'm going to live my life with or without, and I'm going to be okay. And in that moment, guess what? I surrendered. I let go and literally just went, I'm done. I'm good either way. They come great, they don't great, but I'm not doing this to myself anymore. And guess what? That was when the magic happened in the letting go itself. I wasn't fully trusting yet, but by releasing the need, I had created space for the universe to deliver what had been manifesting all along. But you don't have to suffer, chase, force, beg, or people please when you come home to yourself through deep healing and nervous system rewiring. You finally feel safe to receive the consistency, the kindness, the love, the support, the financial abundance and success without forcing or chasing or any desperation. When you rewire your nervous system, you teach yourself to hold these energies. It's through the inner healing that you fall back in love with yourself, the one love that becomes a love that you seek, with the wholeness, the enoughness, the love that you were always created with. You reconnect with your innocent, magnetic, childlike essence. It never left. It was just buried under trauma and external expectations. All the struggles and pain that you've carried, they were never about you. They were reflections of others' insecurities, other in limitations, other jealousies, others. And once you release these, you finally come home to yourself. And the feeling for me and for you is off the scale. For me, this manifested profoundly this year. After my mother passed, when I returned to Ibiza on October the 10th, I didn't miss the place. I felt at home within myself, wherever I was now, through all my daily inner child healing, spiritual maintenance. I reached a place of peace and calm and alignment. My home was no longer a location, it was within me. I realized I am my power. I am wholeness. I am completeness. I am enoughness. I am love. I am the creator of my reality, and my outer world now reflects this inner stability, allowing me to manifest my deepest desires in calm, consistent environment within. So letting go in trust means surrendering desperate energy and allowing the universe to align what you've already been manifesting to you. When you fully trust divine timing, things happen naturally. You stop forcing, chasing, and striving. You align with the natural flow of life. What is meant for you arrives effortlessly. Let me tell you a little story, something that happened that I was witness to when I was leaving Ibiza on the 10th of October this year. So I had been getting to the airport, but I kept missing the roundabout to get the petrol that I needed to fill the car up before I could park the car. I eventually got the right turning to get the right roundabout to get me to the petrol station to get the petrol. I then drove to the car park at Ibiza Airport. I couldn't find how to get up to the second floor. I'm not even joking. I couldn't find how to get up to the second floor. I could see how you could come down from the second floor, but I couldn't find how you could get up to the second floor. And then eventually I got up to the second floor, and then I was driving around and around and around and around and around and around and around, about half an hour trying to find a parking space, which I then eventually found the parking space. I knew I'm not stupid. I knew something was going on. I knew there was a reason for this. I didn't have to know the reason. I didn't have to know why this was happening, but I knew that this was happening for a reason, whatever that reason was. And maybe I would never find out, maybe I would. So I'm now stood in the check-in queue for British Airways at the Ibiza airport, and there's a woman being served in front of me, and she's faffing. And I'm not even joking. Now, it's just taken me way too long to get to the airport. I just want to go and sit in the lounge and get a glass of Prosecco and chill before I come home. And I'm doing everything that I can to, to remain calm because it was really pissing me off. I'm not lying. I was getting a little bit, don't get upset. This is all for a reason. It's all for a reason. And so then I turned around and I was speaking to this guy behind me who happened to be an extremely famous global DJ. Now, I love music, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best when it comes to like DJ names and group names and things like that. And anyway, I remember saying to him, "Oh, what have you been doing in Ibiza?" He's like, "Oh, I'm a DJ," and he was telling me like I played at DC 10. He was telling me about all these places he'd been playing, and I was trying to convince it. I said, "Well, next year you're gonna have to play it this other place that I go to." I said, "Because you'll love it." And we were just having a good old chat, and I just said, "Oh, so what's your name?" And he told me his name, and then the guy behind him said, "How can you not know this is this DJ?" And I just went, "I don't know, I just don't know." And and then they start talking. And the guy that kind of was like joining in on our conversation um said that he was a tour manager and he was Australian and he was going back to Australia for the rest of the year. Um, and the DJ said, "Wow, that's such a coincidence. I've just been messaging my manager to tell them that I need a tour manager for when I'm out in Australia." Now, that is divine timing. That's divine timing. That's the tour manager going, I could really do with supporting somebody in my home country. And that's the DJ saying, I could really do with some help from a tour manager when I go to Australia. And the universe is hearing this, and I'm a part of bringing it together. I'm a part of bringing it together. Um, and then we kind of all got separated. And then when I was in the lounge in Ibiza, me and the DJ were sat together just having an amazing chat. And then this happened. Then loads of people were coming up to him and saying, "Oh, congratulations on your award." And I'm just sat there thinking, he's just like a normal bloke to me. I didn't see him any other way, which was really nice because there wasn't that celebrity to the fan kind of energy or dynamic. We were just chatting away. And I started to tell him about how there was somebody that I really enjoyed watching, like his sets when I was in Ibiza. And the guy that I really enjoyed the sets with in Ibiza had said to me, like, when you get home, if you know anybody that might be able to help me kind of with my career, because he's so talented, just, let me know. So anyway, I'm now sat there with this famous, globally famous DJ talking about this person who's extremely talented. And he's like, give me his number. I want to call him. I want to call him. And actually, this guy was so lovely. And he was like, oh, I'm going to be back in the UK soon anyway. He said you should come to my gig. So I may end up going to one of his gigs, which would be really, really lovely. He's just so nice, just a really, really nice person. So you see, I had to the first part of it was like watching Divine Timing at play, which I was just like, obviously they didn't know what I did then. I was just like, wow, wow. But then for me to be able to help somebody that I said I would do everything that I can to help you because you're so talented, was just incredible. Divine timing, divine order, divine timing. I just let go of the kind of rushing. I let go of the need of having to get to the airport or a particular time, the need of having it to be perfect for me to get to the airport, the need of me finding a parking space, the need of it. I let go and I just went, "Pff, I let it go. It's going to happen when it's going to happen, you know, and everything aligned perfectly, just perfectly. And I'm really, really proud to share this story. And obviously, maybe one day I'll be able to share this guy's name, the DJ's name, but right now I'm not going to do that. So, this is what happens when you surrender and you let the universe handle it. When you detach from the need, when you recalibrate your nervous system to feel safe to hold consistently, manifestation becomes effortless. You come home to your wholeness, knowing that no matter what happens, you have become the love, the abundance, and the magnetism that you were seeking all along. It's already within you. You become this radiant, confident, success, wealthy person and love from within. You finally returned to who you were always meant to be before the world told you otherwise. So if you'd like to explore deeper inner healing through my program, the Healed Heart Blueprint, then click the link below this video or in my bio. This is only for those of you that are ready for long lasting transformational change. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about consistency. Diligence and persistence are key because only you can change your reality. So if you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram about the coaching solution, the Healed Heart Blueprint, or my other ones, or you can email me at natalie@penniesdrop.com. So letting go doesn't mean changing your mind about what you want. It means allowing your desire to manifest in divine timing. The universe aligns what you hold energetically with your desires in the best possible order. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. And as always, with more beautiful insights, I will be back very, very soon.